Britain's border force out this morning in the English Channel, intercepting yet another small boat and rescuing the people it's carrying. 79 more illegal migrants landing in Dover in a crisis that seems to have no end. Shortly after these migrants arrived in Britain, this man arrived in Downing Street for an Anglo-French summit with illegal migration top of the agenda. President Macron's the first European leader to come to the UK for a state visit since Brexit, so this is a massive symbolic moment. But today it's all about the politics. The Prime Minister really needs a win on small boats. President Macron, can you do a deal on small boats, sir? What these two leaders have agreed is to trial a limited returns deal where up to 800 migrants a year will be sent back to France. In return, Britain would accept the same number of asylum seekers if they have a legitimate claim. It's expected to cost British taxpayers millions of pounds.
It's a pilot to break the model. That is the whole point of it. It is groundbreaking, and it's no wonder that for years British governments, previous governments, have been trying to secure a deal like this, a returns agreement like this, because all governments have realised just how important it is. And we've now been able to agree it, and we've agreed it because we have cooperated, collaborated through serious diplomacy to get an outcome which is best for both of our countries.
I
wouldn't want there to be an idea that we're not doing our job. We're putting in a lot of money to protect our border, and we've cut off the routes. Smugglers are adapting, and we must adapt our response.
The Prime Minister had every right to look pleased today because Brexit cast a long shadow over relations between London and Paris, but with some deft diplomacy, he's turned the page and he's actually got a real policy win here today. Because what he and President Macron have agreed is a real plan to try and create a deterrent to stop small boat crossings. Now, it will start off as a pilot. It will be only a fraction of the people crossing illegally that will be sent back to France. But there is a possibility that he can scale it up and make a real difference. And that really matters because migration is a top 3 voter priority. And if he doesn't fix this problem, it's going to really hurt him at the polls. Because the political threat is real. Polling today finds 4 out of 10 people planning to vote reform would consider switching to Labour if the number of small boat crossings were reduced.
I don't believe it'll work. I believe the numbers will be very limited indeed. And even if it did work, where's the advantage to us? This is Brexit Britain. We voted to take back control of our borders, not to accept a deal given to us by a French president.
This so-called deal will make no difference whatsoever. 44,000 illegal immigrants have crossed in the last year under Keir Starmer's watch, and his frankly pathetic returns deal will only see a paltry 50 illegal immigrants a week returned to France. That represents only 6% of those arriving.
The PM promised to drive down illegal migration, but a year into power, boat crossings are at a record high at this point of the year. There's a lot riding on today's policy if images like this are to be a thing of the past. Beth Rigby, Sky News.